Hi, this is Larry.
And this is Katie.
And we belong to a CSA, which means that every week we get a bag of fresh produce. And this summer, we're going to make something every week and share it with you, fresh from Spring Hill. It's high summer now, and that means we're starting to get things like tomatoes and peppers in our bags. It also means we're getting some hot and sultry days. This week, we're going to make a dish that doesn't require any cooking. It's light and fresh, but also really satisfying. We're going to use this beautiful cabbage we got this week, the basil, the carrots, the green pepper, this wonderful fresh onion, and a few other odds and ends to make fresh vegetable spring rolls with a peanut dipping sauce. We're going to start with the dipping sauce. Asian style sauces usually have something sweet, something sour, something salty, and something hot in them. Today, I'm starting with, in this bowl, roughly equal amounts of sugar, soy sauce, lemon juice, and water to help dissolve the sugar. Actually, I started out with about 2 tablespoons of each, and then I tasted it and thought it was a little sweet, so I added some more lemon juice and some more soy sauce. And you should just taste and make it the way you like it. We're also going to use this glob of peanut butter. I don't know, that's maybe 1/3 of a cup, a clove of garlic, a pepper from our first week's bag, a piece of ginger about the size of your pinky, and a handful of basil leaves. All of that just goes into the blender and gets whizzed up. I've washed up the cabbage and now I'm going to cut it into pieces that fit in the food processor better. I'm going to use the slicing blade on my food processor to slice up the cabbage. I've also cleaned up the green pepper and I'll use the same blade to slice that. And I'll also slice the fresh onion. All of that gets tossed into a big bowl. And then we'll switch to a grating blade to do the carrots. The carrots get added to the bowl, and the whole thing gets tossed with just a little sprinkle of sesame oil. We don't want to add any salt or other seasoning because we don't want any excess moisture to come out of the vegetables. And I almost forgot one of my favorite things, the cilantro. So we're just going to tear up the cilantro into pretty big pieces and toss those in as well. We're going to use these Vietnamese brown rice spring roll wrappers. They're not too hard to deal with. They come dry like this, and what you do is you just put them in some water and let them get soft. So I'll put a few in here. You'll need a couple of towels or kitchen cloths, one for laying out your spring rolls and one for dabbing the surface dry. When the wrapper is soft, you're going to lay it out on the towel. And then you're going to dab the surface here to take up the excess moisture. The spring roll wrapper won't stick to itself unless it's somewhat dry. Once it's all dabbed up, you can put some of the vegetable mixture inside. And then for the folding, I don't know if I do this in the correct way, but I take the bottom and pull it up. And then I pull over the side and pull over the other side. And then I scooch everything in here and roll it up tight. And there is a spring roll. The last thing I'm going to do is dress up our sauce a little bit. I've got some crushed peanuts that I'm going to sprinkle on the top. I'm also going to sprinkle in just a little bit of red pepper flakes and maybe be fancy and add a sprig of cilantro. So here we have fresh vegetable spring rolls with a peanut dipping sauce.